of peace, prosperity, and expansion, the light of the Jedi shines bright. And yet the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. Sinister forces plot in secret to plunge the galaxy into chaos. To combat these dark forces, 4 heroes must embark upon a Luminous Odyssey. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Star Wars: The High Republic, a Luminous Odyssey. I'm your game master, Michael. Very excited to finally be running this game. We've been talking about it for a little over a year now, I think. But now that Eyes Bastards is wrapped up, we can start this show. Just as a quick bit of housekeeping, we mentioned this in the previous post Bastards discussion live stream. We've switched game systems again. No longer are we using Star Wars 5e. We're now using Avatar Legends, the Avatar: The Last Airbender RPG system, because I really like its narrative focus, and I think it will fit well with the High Republic, which is super important to me. It's one of my favorite things Star Wars has ever done. I've got a fucking tattoo, so one last bit of housekeeping. If you like what we do here in this game, you can support me on Patreon, and there will be some behind the scenes stuff for this, because we'll do some post-game growth questions when we level characters up at the end of this. So go to patreon.com/ARSMichael for that. Help support this show, because StreamYard is expensive. Without any further ado, let's start bringing in players. Let's start with our returning friends. First of all, you may have known him as Fabian Martel in Eyes Bastards. Now playing a new character, it's my buddy Jared.
Hello. I am so excited to do this. I am in the same way I was mildly intimidated by the Fantasy Flight stuff. I'm a little intimidated by the avatar of it all. I'm excited for a new story, new time period, new characters for everybody involved, obviously. Just happy to be here, excited to do it all again.
Hell yeah. And obviously it goes without saying, but I'll be kind of walking everyone through as it's everyone's first time with the system. And it's my first time GMing it. I've played a campaign of it as a player, but I've not GM'd it before. So we're all kind of going to be learning. And as we go, I'll probably be explaining things for the sake of the audience as well. Our second returning player, you may have known him as everyone's favorite character, Thabor Sheems, in the previous series, but now he's come with a very different flavor of character here, and I'm very excited. It's Alden Diaz.
Hello, we're back, much to the chagrin of our enemies, or at least mine. Very glad to see you boys again. Gonna keep up the entertainment facade, like that we don't talk every day of our lives and act like it's
it has been quite some time.
Yes,
I haven't seen you guys since the live stream. I haven't
seen you since the war.
Anything.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met. I've moved.
That's true. You moved, but then you placed everything up against almost the exact same color wall with the shelving and everything in the same spot.
But the lights are not as bright. Yeah. I need to put the Jedi Prince posters back up here. But regardless,
that's true.
New to the show, the arguable number one fan of Eyes Bastards. It's between this person and Bloom. Let's bring in our next player, Miss Taylor. How are you?
Hello. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Excited to be here.
Hell yes. Very excited to have you on. And last but not least, one of my favorite people on the entire internet. I don't think I can introduce him. I can't do him justice. It's Joe Organa.
It's me. Oh my gosh, I am your favorite person on the internet. Hi, guys.
You're everyone's favorite person.
I'm so excited to be here.
Beautiful.
This is incredible.
A celebrity, really.
Truly.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, without any further ado, let's jump into it. It is an era of peace, prosperity, and expansion. Welcome to the High Republic. 200 years before the Clone Wars and the rise and fall of the Empire, the Republic is expanding further and further into the Outer Rim. Amidst this expansion, darkness rises in secret. The brighter the light, the darker the shadows. On a cold, rainy night, on a beach somewhere in the Outer Rim, a Jedi Vector touches down. Cloaked in shadow, someone exits the cockpit, retrieving something in both hands, a body. Carrying this corpse onto the shore, this figure lays them down gently in the sand. A Powan man in Jedi robes. The figure returns to the ship, sending out a distress beacon from the Vector and placing something in the cockpit before walking away into the trees and the darkness of night. Elsewhere, the Jedi Temple, Coruscant. Miss Taylor, would you like to describe what Miraja Khaleen looks like?
Miraja Khaleen is a Cathar Jedi Knight. She is in her early 30s. She is, if you're familiar with cat patterns, the color buff. Like a buff tabby. And she is she's been meditating for a long time now. A couple weeks, long time for in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But she has been in the Jedi Temple for some time. She has been kind of
Reclusive?
reclusive, secluded, not necessarily entirely by her own desire. But she is just trying to study, just trying to remain zen.
Yeah. Right now you are in the temple archives at one of the stations, flipping through a data disk on the terminal. You turn to your left and you see, entering in through the doorway, an elderly Duros woman, blue skin, red eyes, same species as Cad Bane. Kind of wrinkled, gaunt features. She appears to not be in great health, walking on a cane, wearing white and gold, elegant Jedi robes. Miraja, you recognize her immediately. This is a member of the Jedi Council.
Oh,
This is Jedi Master Reyna Kant. She's seems to be making a beeline for you, and so you kind of gets your attention. She stands.
do I bow?
She just kind of smiles and nods at you. Miraja, it's been quite some time.
Yes, it has.
How are you, darling? She kind of takes a seat next to you.
Been better, but doing well.
As have I, young one, as have I. Yes, it's been not easy here lately, and I know for you this has been a turbulent time since the incident with your master.
Yeah.
However, I've been worried about you, Miraja. I don't believe that staying here, cooped up in the temple, is what's best for you at the moment. I thoroughly believe that at this time, the best thing for you would be to get back out there and listen to the Force.
Mirage's ears kind of like flick down a little bit. She's like, okay, yeah, yes.
Should you
Um,
accept, we have a mission for you.
Oh, in mind for me?
Yes, of course. There's a Wayseeker that we've received a distress signal for named Aurelio Augast. We've heard nothing from him from quite some time, but we've received a distress beacon from his vector before it went silent.
Did it say anything? Was it?
There was no message along with it, merely coordinates from the distress beacon to a small tropical moon called Narvixis 2.
Okay, I understand. I'm prepared to go.
Very
Will I
well.
have a team or?
We'll just be sending you at this time. We're preparing a vector in the hangar for you as we speak. And obviously, any mission reports, you can send them directly to the council.
Yes, ma'am.
May the force be with you, Miraja.
And you as well.
Alrighty, as you head off to the hangar, get in the pilot seat of a vector, and head off. Elsewhere in the galaxy, in a small hangar on the planet of Drinba 4. Jared, what does Soren Zaith look like?
Soren Zaith is a Iktachi male in his early 20s. Iktachi, Seisi Tin, his species. The horn on the right side of his head is a little jacked up, kind of little carbon scored and missing the point of it. And yeah, he's been doing some mildly controversial investigating in the Outer Rim, kind of on his own. Not quite a Wayseeker, the council knows where he's at, but he's chilling out that way.
Yeah. So you currently are in this hangar. There's a ship that's recently made port that was attacked by a pirate gang, and you're currently talking with the sole survivor of the attack, a Rhodian, who's kind of got like a shock blanket over him, sitting on a crate. Very, very shaken up. The ship is not in good condition. It barely made it to the spaceport. He says they were wearing masks. They came out of nowhere. It wasn't through one of the normal hyperlanes. They just were all on us at once, and then they were boarding the ship, and there was all this gas.
Oh, okay. I know you're under a lot of duress at the moment. I know details are fuzzy. What do you mean not through a registered hyperlane?
I mean, we had been traveling for a couple hours. Normally you take one of the hyperlanes, you get out at a very specific point. But we were close to, the moon's gravity. And so there was no way a ship should have been able to jump out of hyperspace. But they weren't on our scanners. We couldn't see them. And the next thing we know, they were right outside our viewport. It was...
These pirates are getting increasingly violent, especially out here in the Outer Rim. I'm sorry about what happened to your ship and to your crew, and I'm sorry to keep asking you questions at this time. At this point, Soren kind of reaches past the kind of half cape thing coming off his shoulder, takes out a holo projector and kind of clicks it on and goes, "Did you see this symbol anywhere on the ships, on the soldiers?" And it's kind of like a rough rendering of what he's heard this sigil these pirates have been using.
Yeah, it's the 3 jagged lightning bolts that come up, and he's like, "That was it."
Soren clips it, shuts it off, and pouches it again.
And he kind of stops for a second, and he looks at you. Was that them? Was that the Nile?
Yes. It's the Nile. I want you to know, I know it's not a lot of comfort. It doesn't undo what you've experienced, but I want you to know I am doing my best to make sure that the Republic understands the threat that is the Nile. I'm doing everything in my power to put everything you're saying, everything I've heard out here in the Outer Rim, in front of not just the Jedi Council, but in front of the Galactic Senate. You have my word. I'm going to do everything I can to bring all of these monsters to justice.
You leave him to be attended to by the medical droids as you return to your vector with little more than just yet another story of the attack. And as you're sitting in your vector, you see on the readouts in a very, very close by system, less than, I don't know, maybe a couple parsecs away, a distress beacon, a Jedi distress beacon. No message, just the coordinates for a planet called Narvixis 2.
Upon getting the notification, Soren is like lifting off and like gaining altitude before he's even properly punched those coordinates in. He's just immediately like, someone's in danger, time to go.
Okay. Elsewhere, in a small spaceport, a layover on the way to Narvixis 2. Alden, would you like to describe what Elworin Ozen looks like?
All right. So,
I've been so excited for this.
if you ever go to a bookstore in like Portland, Oregon,
You ever watch Portlandia?
you know that smell, you know that vibe. This is a Syrian male who is, old. Obviously, the standards of that species, as you might have heard on the internet, a subject of some debate.
Well, the Legends trading card said that he was this.
So it's all over the place. This character is roughly around 200 years old and has been out in the galaxy. I can tell you guys without revealing too much for around about 50 of those years, the last 50. And so there is obviously the signature cone head of the Syrians, a long, not maybe fully white in the way Kiadimundi's is, but maybe like, a grayish long beard, bits and baubles and, different things on his belt, different runes, different little objects. It looks like, one of those compasses a la Luke's from way later in the timeline might be on the belt. A large wooden staff, a wizard-like staff, and a wizard cone hat befitting of the size of his head, but with the proper brim and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this staff has, some ancient force runes sort of like carved into the brown finish. And the last thing maybe to note is that if you look at Oz and you catch him in the right light, there's something weird about one of his eyes. One of them is brown and the other one is green, which is already weird. But there's just something about that green one that's just...
It's a little too green.
Sometimes people kind of catch it and it looks like it's swirling, but then you look at it and it's not. I don't know. But this is definitely a character. Definitely a weirdo.
Hell yeah. So as you're in this outer rim spaceport, you are walking up to the counter where there's an attendant who is a harch, who's essentially a giant spider person like Admiral Trench. And she's just kind of like stamping people's paperwork. And as you approach, she's like, "Destination."
Well, I would say that would be wherever the Force takes me. As you can see, I am a Jedi Wayseeker on important business, and so I'm just going to take my seat and trust that we will get to where we need to go.
Destination, please.
Well, I see. Well, I am just going to get on and follow. You see, it's quite hard to explain. You see, I had a feeling, maybe a vision, maybe a portent, maybe an illusion. I'm not quite sure. Do you have seating for pets? Oz taps his side, and in walks, and now the second part of the introduction, a puffer pig who is not fully inflated. Thank goodness.
What's a puffer pig?
A puffer pig can be seen in the first season of Rebels, in the Lando episode, and they are exactly what they sound like. They are pigs. They're predominantly like yellow in color, though they have like droopy snouts. They're obviously an alien design, but they are very clearly livestock. And it upon getting afraid will inflate to an extremely large size. Like it will inflate, and if it inflates in the corridors of a ship,
but
you can't get by it. It's the size right now of maybe like a large dog.
How large of a dog? 25,
like
35 pounds?
Like a really, really fat bulldog.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
Kind of like that.
Say, Taylor, check your phone.
I did. I already did.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to know how big.
So that's about this. Yeah, a large fat bulldog.
Amazing. Okay, I love it.
And then back to
I might eat it, but I love it.
Because I will need seating for my associate Chomboy, who will be heading with me as well. So if you can't accommodate a puffer pig, I will have to seek other means of travel.
Pets are extra.
Well, you see, I have several currencies here in my robe. Well, and then he pulls out an extremely valuable, make up a currency in your head. Just like, or maybe it's like a pure crystal. Whatever like the Star Wars equivalent of like handing someone like a straight up diamond would be.
Yeah.
Be like, I won these in a game of galactic cornhole. Here, why don't you just take this and ignore me, pretend you never saw me, and this will actually probably be enough to cover your salary for a year. I don't see much use in it. I read the vibe of it, and it just didn't really give me any indication of good or ill. It's probably better that you have it.
She very slyly, with one of her arms, slides it into the pocket. As with her other arm, she is stamping your paperwork and sending you on your way.
Thank you. Come along, Tomboy.
As you get on a ship, you're pretty much the only passenger there, headed toward Narvixis 2. Elsewhere on Narvixis 2. In a lavish estate on a cliffside overlooking the beach. Currently, this planet, normally tropical, is in its off season, and so it is very wet and cold, and its usual tourists are not there. There's no college kids coming here to have a good time on their break. It is dreary and miserable. Joe, why don't you take me through the morning of Dashin Narvixis as you describe your character's appearance as well?
All right, Dashin is 5'11", but he says he's 6'1". He's about 32. He looks great though, body tight. Sandy brown hair. He's probably light brown hair, but because he spends so much time in the sun, it got a little light.
Yeah.
He does a lot of leisure activity, but he also trains with his attendants so that he keeps it tight and fresh, because he is very proud, I'll say, of the way he looks and how he presents himself. That's very important to him. Although he doesn't present himself as much as he would like to nowadays. As such, he's waking up, I'm going to call it 1 p.m. is that.
Yes.
And he's been in and out of sleep, probably a little hungover after the night before his activities, which happen most nights. And he wakes up. One of his droid attendants comes and brings him some tropical fruit. He's going to take a bite of that. It makes him almost wretched because he is a little hungover.
Your butler droid walks in, who has a name, but you don't remember it. And he walks in and he says, "Oh, you're awake this time," as he sets the fruit down.
Yes, I am. And bring me something stronger than that fruit.
Alcohol?
You know, my typical morning smoothie with, yes, alcohol in it. But that's not the main... It's very good for me.
One spiked Melu run smoothie coming up, so as the droid scuttles off to the kitchens. So you eventually get your smoothie. After like an hour or so, you finally roll out of bed.
Yep.
Head toward the kind of dining room to get a few more things on your stomach while you're finally now waking up. As you do, your butler droid returns to you and he says, "Good morning, Dashin."
Good morning, number 2.
That is still not the correct designation, but I cannot argue.
Close enough.
Dashin, I have something to report.
What is it? Is it another message from my parents?
Not this time, though I have silenced all notifications for that, as per your request.
Yes.
I would like you to know that I noticed a transmission being sent off a couple of kilometers from here in the midst of the night. 'Twas a Jedi distress beacon.
A Jedi distress beacon on Nervixus? Nothing happens around here except frat boys getting drunk on the beach.
Yes, and it is the off season, so that will not be happening for another 3 months.
It is. Maybe they're looking for me. Maybe they need me for some sort of mission. They probably heard about all my prowess and good looks.
Yes.
I doubt that is the reason for a distress beacon being sent out.
I don't keep you running to doubt me.
This is correct.
Yeah. So do what you're told and get me some better coordinates on that and get the ship ready. And get Duchess her adventure uniform.
I shall prepare the Duchess Adventure uniform. Which uniform color would you prefer?
She looks so good in aqua, but prepare the pink because she likes it more.
Preparing the pink, sir.
Thank you.
I shall prepare the ship.
Dutchie, we have an adventure.
And as you say that, this little loft cat comes out from around the corner.
Yes.
Ow.
Yes, and she's long-haired, and she sort of looks like one of those smushed-in cats on Earth. You know, the smushed-in, like, fancy Persians.
Yes.
She's that kind of loft cat. I've had
Is she
her.
like a dark Persian or like a...
I would say she's like a very light gray.
Ooh. Oh, is it like a ragdoll kind of coloration or...
I would say yes, but she has like some gray striping, but she's white and poofy, and she just looks almost as bored as me.
Meow.
Yeah.
So as you pick up Duchess and start heading toward your ship, Mirasha, when you arrive on Narvixus 2, do you head straight for the for like where the coordinates are? Are you basically going to try and land on the beach, or are you going to try and like land in a city and then make your way to the beach?
I feel like I'm definitely going to land in the city. I want to get a lay of the land first. Also,
Of course.
as far as description on what Miraja looks like, there is a boy who comes about right here every so often. His name is Richard, and that's what Miraja looks like.
Hell yeah.
Ears and all. But I think I'm going to go to the city. I would like to kind of get a lay of the land. I want to know what's going on here in Narvixus. I want to
Yeah, of course.
get my bearings before I start going into the thick of it.
So you land in the spaceport. You get docking clearance quite easily with your Jedi status. As you're sort of talking with a kind of local official, just kind of getting a sense for what this place is like. You get all the information about, it's the off season, so there's not a lot of travel here right now.
We're thinking Greece. Like this is
yeah, this is
Mykonos in the off season. It's only locals here, baby.
And so there's not a whole lot of energy going on in this spaceport. They were very surprised to receive anyone. They kind of had to scramble to like get an employee out,
I'm looking at the B team here at the airport.
As you're sort of talking with this, Oz, you are actually just getting off your transport, and you kind of notice out of the corner of your eye a Cathar in Jedi robes who's talking to one of the officials here.
Can I park here? Am I good? I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
I just want to make sure.
We'll wave the dolphin fee for a Jedi.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have you guys has there been any recent have you guys noticed any disturbances? I know it's the off season, I suppose, so I don't think there's much going on, but have you guys heard anything? Do you what do you do? Are you
I mean, I just operate here at the spaceport. We just kind of give people docking clearances, and we all work for the Narvixis family. They own the place, so.
Oh, everything here?
Pretty much the whole planet, yeah.
Oh, okay.
As well as the corporations that operate it. It's a whole thing. One of them lives out in the mansion, but he's a dick, so he kind of keeps to himself.
Got it.
So Alden, does Oz do anything to interact with Miraja, or does he just start heading toward the coordinates of the distress beacon?
I think that in my head, Oz starts to keep a steady same walking pace, but at a certain amount of feet, effectively making it Miraja, Oz, Chomboy walking in a line.
Yeah.
But and Miraja, he's basically in the way that you would follow, in the way that you would follow a tour guide, but without an introduction. Oz just blocked the Jedi robe and is just going that way.
And so Miraja, you do notice at one point as you're kind of walking, there's a very strange Syrian with a walking stick, wearing robes and all sorts of weird baubles all over himself, followed not too far behind by a puffer pig. Which
we should note that the robes are all white, an indicator for fellow Jedi of what the situation is.
The robe looks Jedi, but everything else, you're just what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I look over and I'm like, hello. Were you sent here as well?
Well, I suppose we were all sent here, weren't we? In one way or another.
Well, yes. I mean, by the Jedi Council. Were you? I see. Were you also sent here?
Oh, by the Jedi Council. I've been sending them my field reports for the last 5 decades, and only sometimes do I get an indication that Grandmaster Yoda has read them. He never sent anything back, but I'm sure he's very busy. We are very good friends.
Yes.
But of course. I was not sent by the council. And then he slinks forward. Gets really like a dark secret, does one of these to try to get you to lean in with him. You never know who might be listening.
Okay.
I received.
Her ears are back.
And there's this is an empty spaceport, no one is around.
Yeah, she is looking.
It's literally probably two dock employees playing sabacc.
Two of them are playing cards. There's one who's just having a smoke inside. No one cares.
I received coordinates in an encrypted transmission to come to this world to meet with an old acquaintance of mine, but
when I received the coordinates and I stepped outside and I got a breath of fresh air, had a little puff, and then went for a walk, I suddenly understood that there were darker forces at play. Now, you see, when I arrived here off this transport, it's a transport that I had gotten on when I met, you see, it was a giant spider, right? And this spider was punching the tickets to get on the thing. But yes.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I do not mean to interrupt.
When I went for my walk back in the forest of Hypercon, that's where I'm currently living, I received a vision that if I told certain people about what was going on, that harm would come to them. So I had to tell this worker that the Force had drawn me here, when really I did receive a message to come here explicitly, but I couldn't tell them that, and I could not be on the official records for travel and booking, because what if the dark forces that I had this vision of were to attack that giant spider? However, I have significantly less concern about you because you are a Jedi, which is why you asked me if the Jedi Council had sent me, which, as we have established, they did not.
So they did not. Thank you.
No.
You were very eloquent. However, I received a distress signal, and I intend
perhaps it's for the same coordinates.
Perhaps not. And I intend to seek that out. So, with all due respect, sir, I will be on my way.
Where are you going?
Would you like to come with me?
To where?
Well, I don't know yet.
Then why are you here?
Well, the Force is going to guide me to this transmission.
That is the truest thing that's been said all day. You know, I gave that spider a crystal, and they're going to be very rich going forward. It's good to spread karma. It's good to do good things for other species that you might not interact with regularly, such as yourself.
Yes. We must be on our way.
Would it be all right if I brought my pig? This is Chomboy.
I assume it is not edible.
He like kind of lumbers over to you, Miraja, looks at you, and then just kind of like flops over, showing you his belly right away.
Cute. Okay, it's quite cute. Yes, absolutely. You can bring it with you. Come on, let's go.
You're going to have to give him a belly rub.
Okay. I do. I will be careful.
Thank you.
I give the pig a piggy belly rub.
Okay. Oh, and there's an important question that I forgot to ask.
My claws.
And I'm sorry. I was somewhere else. I was years ago, or years from now. But in both of those time periods, I did not know your name. And that is what I meant to ask.
My name is Miraja Kaleen.
Miraja Kaleen. Yes. I don't know it. But let's keep going.
And you are, again?
I am El Oren Azen, Jedi Wayseeker, already attained the rank of master years ago, world traveler, sometimes gardener, occasional host of a sesh.
I'm regretting this immediately in my head.
Let's go! Suddenly, like, his speed, like, really ramped. Like this is somebody who definitely, like, has an, like, old body, but, like,
a
young limbs. Like, can definitely hike.
And John Boy is used to this. He has no problem keeping up. Whereas Miraja, you're just like, what the fuck? And start having to like almost jog to keep up.
As a cat, I'm like, oh shit. All right.
Jared.
I haven't been working out in a while.
Yeah. Jared, does Soren go for the spaceport, or does
he goes right
go
to the beach?
Is that a feeling?
He's going right to those coordinates. In Soren's mind, with everything going on, like, he lands the vector and he just pops the cockpit, jumps out, and, like, again, Niall on the mind. He has his lightsaber in his hand, not lit, but he has it in his hand.
Yeah,
ready for action.
So as you land on the beach, you see right away that there is a Jedi Vector already here, cockpit open, with it looks like there is a body on the ground placed in front of it.
Soren clips his lightsaber back to his belt and immediately goes to investigate the body.
Yeah. There is it's a Powan man in Jedi robes. He is placed on the ground, like hands over his chest, like almost the way like a body would be placed in a casket. You know,
Yeah.
It looks like it was very intentionally placed here. You know, it wasn't haphazardly thrown. Looks to be wearing Jedi robes. Not a Jedi you're familiar with, but unmistakably a Jedi.
Kind of pedantic question that might also give context. Is he wearing temple robes or mission robes?
They're not quite mission robes. They do kind of look like formal Jedi robes, but they look like kind of an outdated version. You also, I want you to go ahead. Let's go ahead and do the first roll of the game. Why don't you go ahead and roll with creativity for me to assess the situation?
Okay. It's going to be a flat roll. Did I roll both die? Or just
Yep, you'll roll 2d6 and just tell me the total you get.
5 and 5, 10.
Hell yeah. So as you're sort of looking over the body, you see the Jedi robes, and you immediately clock there's no lightsaber. Lightsaber's gone. And you notice
concerning. Very
just
concerning.
beneath the hands, you move one of the hands ever so slightly. You see a lightsaber wound through the chest. Cinching throat. Around this point, charging out of the forest, Elor and Ozin, closely followed by Miraja, bursting through the tree line as you're met face to face with this Iktachi standing over the Jedi corpse, slightly like moving the hands.
Excuse me.
What happened here? What is going on? You,
What are you doing?
young man.
Soren turns around with like again, wearing like Jedi mission robes. So like almost every part of his body has a Jedi symbol on it.
Yeah.
per the era, and just kind of turns around and goes, "Who are you?
What?
Who am I?
Soren A lot of questions about you, actually. I received a distress beacon. I was over on what planet did you say I was on?
I was at Drin before.
I was on Drin before. That doesn't matter. I was nearby and I received a distress beacon. I'm assuming the council sent you two?
Yes.
Well, this
Of course
is
they sent me.
interesting. This is exciting. 3 parties all arriving on the same beach with a fitting water tide metaphor right off to the side. This is the stuff already of legend. You, young man, he gets like this close to like Soren's face. He looks over at Chomboy. I agree. You, young man, you have something about you. Perhaps a little spark, a little air of destiny. I also feel that way about you, Miraja. But
Chomboy comes up and just
I actually
headbutts,
don't know him. I
Soren's
do
ankle.
not know this man. We met moments ago.
I'm getting
Young
a
man,
feeling.
do me a favor and
almost said Fabian. Soren reaches down and gives Chomboy a little scratch since he's so close to him.
He just keeps like kind of gently headbutting you.
I think he likes you. I think he likes both of you. Do me a favor, young man. Look after the pig for a moment while I examine.
I have been sent here by the Jedi Council. I feel it is my duty.
Oh yes, she has. I have.
Thank you.
That's
okay.
True.
And
Yes.
so you said her name. Colleen, you said?
Miraja. Colleen.
Understood. All due respect, I'm seeing Jedi robes, but I have no idea what I'm looking at. You are?
My dear boy, we are both Jedi.
I begin just looking while they start to sort things out.
Yeah, are you kind of looking at the ship, the body? What are you looking
The body immediately. I need to figure out what's going on with that.
Well,
okay.
El Orin is like doing El Orin Ozen stuff.
Yeah, they can interrogate each other.
Soren kind of through the side of his mouth.
I have a job to do, and I need to do it good. Okay.
Yeah.
Soren through like the side of his mouth to Miraja is like, I got here. He had a lightsaber wound, but no lightsaber on his hip. As you were saying, sir.
Oh, but
I
the
sigh
two of
and
you. I should note, there's no need for you to identify this fallen warrior of light. I know him.
You do?
Yes, and he knows me. I know him. That is Aurelio Augast, or was Aurelio Augast. I am Jedi Master El Orin Ozen, and you, young man, you look ready for a fight. Curious. I certainly hope you didn't bring one with you, because now we have to transport a good man off of this beach and hope that we can solve what happened here. Now, while I was talking to you and also talking to Chomboy and also having quite a few conversations up here, I heard you say that there was a lightsaber wound.
Yes, when I found him, he was laid almost in a funeral pose with his hands across his torso, covering up a lightsaber stab wound.
What kind of pose?
Hands clasped across his torso.
Any indicators of any cultish actions, religious rites, any
was there forced entry? What's going on? Where were there signs of damage on the craft?
I don't know. By the time I got here, all I was able to find was the lightsaber wound, and then you three arrived.
And as you're saying that, a shuttle is starting to fly overhead, and almost like Soren, it like flies over like it's about to land on top of your vector before it adjusts and then moves over to the other end of the beach. The ramp lowers on this ship as you're all a little uneasy about what this is, or at least Miraja and Soren are. I don't know how Elor and Ozen reacts, if at all.
I think Oz's reaction to the shuttle is that he looks over at Miraja and Soren and says, "Oh, there is a tumultuous presence on that shuttle."
and as the ramp lowers, stomping down from the ramp is a tiny little loth cat in like a pink jumpsuit who looks completely unenthused. Wow.
Dutchie, don't go too far without Dutchie.
Wow. As she's going like further down the ramp, and then you hear up the ramp a third voice come in, going, "I don't think she is going to listen to you, sir."
Dutchie knows where her bread is buttered. Dutchie, listen today.
So you guys see Dashin descending from this ramp to scoop up his cat.
Yes.
Soren looks over to Miraja and Oz, and very like, I don't want to say Han Solo like because that's not the vibe, but kind of maybe Qui-Gon-ish, just kind of goes, keep investigating the body. I'll handle this, and walks up to Dashin and goes.
I just ignore him and I just immediately keep looking.
Yeah,
I'm like, these two other people have it handled. Let me just. I have a job to do and I need to do it well.
Soren walks up to this handsome rogue who arrives on the beach and goes, hello there. There's a Jedi investigation currently happening on this beach. I'll have to ask you to get back in your craft and go back to wherever you came from.
I completely ignore him and start walking up to Miraja.
Excuse me, sir. I don't know if you heard me. There's a Jedi investigation taking place. I'll need you to leave.
I look at Miraja. I make eye contact with her. And I slowly pull out a small circular object.
Whenever Dashin reaches for something, Soren's hand also goes like over the hip a little bit.
Miraja watches him, but with like a little bit of like wild suspicion.
I would just like to note that while this like three-way standoff is happening, Oz has started to take out of one of his like many pouches and satchels or whatever the fuck, like what look like individual like these like alien flowers, and is placing them all around the body, but like outlining it with the plants instead of with chalk, and is also like you know, drizzling like some sort of like salt on it, and like he's just doing something.
Yeah.
Her ears are fully forward. She is like, I will, if I have to rip this guy's throat out, I'm about to do that.
I'm just staring at her really intensely as the small metal ball starts floating out in between the both of us. Slowly. It gets to the center of us, and as it does, it opens up, and a little feather toy starts bouncing up and down.
I roll my eyes so
And
hard.
the Duchess immediately starts like trying to jump up and get it.
And then I say to Mira, I say, "Aren't you such a pretty kitty?"
The level of rage, like I feel the dark side pulling at me for the first
I'm being so sincere. I've never seen a kitty like this.
Sir, I believe that is a Cathar.
Well, I don't get out much. I don't know what that is. Hi,
They are a
kitty. How are you?
species recently inducted into the Republic.
I will assume
As she's speaking basic to him.
I will assume you mean no harm. If you continue, I will take this as aggression.
Look how cute, Dutchie. She can speak.
Sir, this is
as
a
this-
Jedi investigation.
I heard
Please
you the first time.
vacate the beach.
That's why I'm
he did
here.
hear me.
But now that
like
it looks
you,
like, oh, go ahead, finish.
am
Your
very
just
well trained in the
hackles are
Force.
raised. Like,
And
this
also,
is-
this is my...
She's Loki a cat. She's like, her hackles are raised. She's like, all right, this ain't a Jedi thing. This is about to be a one-on-one thing.
As this is happening,
I'm about to
Oz,
lose all of my credibility.
Chomboy kind of like headbutts you as you look down at him,
Hmm.
like turns over to the Duchess, turns back to you, back to the Duchess, back to you.
Oh, don't be silly. It's not going to hurt you. It's a Tuca cat. We've been to Lothal. We've walked around. You've hung out with wolves. That is not going to hurt you.
Dutchie, don't go near that pig.
Chomboy gets kind of low to the ground, like kind of like sheepishly approaching. The Duchess kind of backs up a little bit.
There you go. I think
And
Dutchie...
Chomboy immediately like backs off and hides behind Elor and Ozen's legs.
It's
Maybe
okay. It's okay. You'll
I'll
be all
grab
right.
Duchess and put her on my shoulder.
You'll be all right. You'll make new friends in no time. You always do. You're very good at that. Some might say you're the best conversationalist I know. And now he looks down, and the body is now like plants surrounding it. This like weird salt all over it. It looks like it's prepared in some specific way. And then Oz, like very quickly, after like a loving look at Aurelio's body, moves like aggressively and quickly over so that he can like appear sort of like next to Soren,
Mm-hmm.
and like so he can whisper in his ear, "Young man, might an old master give you a little bit of advice?
I'm open to it.
You might not like the wealthy man, but, well, it's not quite my business to share, but I sense how would you put this? I have a feeling about him. And also, outside of that, if you're going to lead an investigation, you shouldn't tell the locals to go away."
Thank you,
Yes.
Master Jedi.
And then I continue on to say, like you three, I am very well versed in the Force. I've been training for many years.
Oh, well, there it
Mom and
is.
Daddy paid a very special Jedi handler to come here and train me in the Force because obviously I went to the Jedi Temple when I was a very young baby. I don't remember. But Mommy and Daddy said the quality of the bedrooms and the accommodations were just not up to our standards. We are Narvixus after all. So they brought me here They stuck me in that big house. I've been training, been ready. I've been waiting for you guys to come when you needed me, when you needed someone of my skill and my caliber to help you solve these little situations you get yourself into. I read the paper. So yeah, here I am. I'm here to help. Also, I own the planet, so if I don't want you here, I can get you off.
The Dash and your butler droid does kind of come up to you and like gets kind of close, kind of like how Oz is behind Soren, and he goes, he acts like he's about to start whispering, but he speaks at a very normal volume, sir. I believe they may actually be here regarding this corpse.
Obviously, but I'm not going to help. I'm not going to let them try and struggle to solve this situation on their own. They'll need my help.
Of course, sir. And he backs off.
Well, I, for one, like to make a habit of taking all the help that I can get, because you never know where you might learn something, especially out here, and especially with people from so many different walks of life. You know, I remember when Narvixus started to do business with the temple, you know, not quite sure what to do with their Force-sensitive children. It was an interesting time. I remember reading the updates, you know, as I would send along mine as well, which it appears no one here read, but you're young. You'll learn. It's fine.
I'm sure we will learn. I'm sure all of this is relevant somehow.
Yes.
So, before you landed, we determined that this great knight here was destroyed by lightsaber wound, which means all threats here on Narvixus, you know, could be the worst of the worst. Now, I've been saying for years that we need to prepare more for threats of a magical nature. People don't often listen, but this right here, this is concerning to me. This is very concerning to me. Who amongst you has fought a dark sider wielding a laser sword? Anyone?
I had a prostitute pull a laser sword on me one time.
I don't believe anybody has fought a true Darksider in some time.
I don't know. She was pretty mad.
I assume she would be with you after everything I've gathered.
Just as a side note, Soren, when you were looking at the body, aside from some of the like, you know, sand and stuff from having been placed on the beach, there's no like signs of like the wear and tear of battle, no bruising along the body. It looks like this was like a single strike that ended his life, not a battle.
And that was
Have I found anything to do with like the ship? Was the ship shot down? What's going on?
So you're looking into the ship?
Yes.
Go ahead and also assess the situation. So roll with creativity for me.
Is it just whatever I roll plus whatever I have?
Yeah, so you'll roll the 2d6 if you have any
2d6. 4, 2.
If you have any skills in creativity.
Ooh, I had 12 because I had 4 plus 6 plus 2.
Okay.
12.
So something does catch your eye on the ship. It looks to be perfectly intact, no damage to it. It looks like there's something kind of attached to the underside. It looks like as you're getting kind of closer, you're a little wary just in case it's something malicious. It appears to be some sort of motion sensor, which is not standard practice for a Jedi Vector.
Could I take it off?
Yeah, absolutely. As you unclamp it, you start to hear a beeping from within the ship.
Like in the ship or in
like in the cockpit.
Ooh.
Beep, beep, beep.
Is it getting faster?
Beep,
just a little bit,
beep,
maybe.
Beep.
All right,
beep,
everybody
beep.
needs to go.
Back. So as everyone backs away from the ship, the Vector erupts into a massive explosion that sends Aurelio's body like almost into the sea. Some of the debris like bounces off of Soren's Vector. A couple of pieces get kind of stuck in Dashin's ship as well. Everyone made it cover safely. but Chomboy is now fully inflated and bouncing around.
Okay.
Oh, there he
body.
goes. It's going to take at least a couple of hours for him to
Okay.
come out of that
Get the pig, get the
expanded
body.
state.
Soren's
What the
already like
hell?
reaching out with the force to bring the body back to shore.
Oh, you might
shit.
as well just let it go into the water at this point.
No!
The funerary site's already ruined. I put down an entire ancient Zepho rite of passing from this life into the next around it. I used all of my best herbs, and now the body is disturbed. And unfortunately, we're all cursed now.
You guys are paying for that.
We're all cursed. Oh, we are not paying for anything, sir. You showed up unannounced and unwanted. Okay.
There are several
It was
scuffs.
nothing.
That's Duchess's ship.
The Duchess can pay for it.
You know, my young fancy friend.
I hiss back at
don't.
the cat.
I don't really
And I'm much
believe
bigger.
I don't believe in money or property loss or ownership, really, of many things.
What
So
a weird old
that's-
man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He kind of just showed up. I don't know either.
Mirage, do
Anyway.
you want to call this into the council since you were actually sent on this mission?
Yes, I would like to call this into the council. And
Tell
I
them
would
I
like
said
to
hi.
name everybody here too.
Already. So you set up your little comm holo projector.
I'm still holding on to this thing like it is never
Yeah.
like my quad hand. Okay.
You're holding on to the motion sensor in one hand, the comm in the other. And as you make contact with the council, it takes a couple minutes because communications in the outer rim can still be a little wonky sometimes. But eventually you connect, and there's a Togruta woman, same species as Ahsoka, her long montrals going down past her waist. This is Jedi Master Jorah Mali. And you're able to connect with her first because she's actually on a space station that's being built out here in the Outer Rim, Starlight Beacon, so it's a little easier to get a transmission there than Coruscant. Jorah Mali.
Master Mali, we have discovered the source of the transmission from the Jedi Wayseeker. They have been killed. It appears by lightsaber blade or other.
Aurelio was killed by a lightsaber.
Yes, and I have a motion sensor that was attached to his vector ship. We need further instruction. I need
A motion sensor was attached to his ship for what purpose?
It was hooked up to an explosive, Master Molly.
I assumed emotions.
Ah, Soren Zaith.
Yeah, he was here. I was sent on this mission. I have the motion sensor.
I'm also here.
I do not know this man.
Can I take that from her?
No.
Thank you so Listen, I grab her wrist and hello, this is Dashin Narvixus. Yes, I know, Rogue Jedi, Dashin Narvixus. Been waiting for your call. Not mad it took this long, but here I am now. I own the planet, and I have to say you've made quite a mess on one of the most beautiful beaches on Narvixus too. I'm not mad, but
It's
this
the off
will have to
season.
come out of your budget.
It's the off season.
It is the
How
off-season, but what
close
happens when
is
spring break
Jorah
comes?
Mali to Oz? Does Jorah notice Oz first, or Oz notices Jorah
I'm
first?
You definitely notice.
Oh, sorry.
You definitely noticed Jorah first. Jorah is kind of overwhelmed by, first of all, Soren Zaith, who recently had a very vocal outburst to the council, and the overwhelming confusion that is Dashin Narvixus.
And we're still fighting.
Yeah.
While this is happening, Soren is just kind of sitting like hands like
I'm like spitting at him like a feral cat.
Bad Giddy.
he's standing there behind them with his hands kind of clasped at his waist, and he's just like muttering the Jedi code to himself.
Yeah.
He's like, there is no emotion, there is peace, there is no emotion, there is peace, there is no emotion.
Number 2, get my spray bottle.
So much emotion right now.
So
Spray
we
bottle,
left
number
that
2.
back at the mansion. Also, I'm stuck on the ground and require assistance standing.
I'm like so close to dropping the thing and just slapping it with my...
Soren just lifts the droid out of the sand.
Thank you.
My thanks, Master Jedi.
I rip it out of his hand finally, and I'm like, Master, what's her name?
Jorah Molly.
Molly. We need further instruction. I need further instruction.
Again, for clarity's sake, there was a motion sensor attached to the ship connected to an explosive?
Correct. And this is all that remains. We have the motion sensor and we have the body.
And he was killed by a lightsaber.
That is what it appears to be.
His lightsaber was not on his belt, and the body was positioned with his hands kind of clasped over his torso. When I moved his hands,
a funerary rite,
and revealing a lightsaber stab wound beneath his lightsaber is missing, kind of points to his lightsaber being the murder weapon master.
And with the motion sensor pointed toward the body connected to explosives, it seems that whoever interfered with the body was intended to go down with him.
Perhaps seemed also to potentially be a trap for Jedi. If a distress beacon was set off in the ship, the body positioned, it seemed as though somebody was trying to assassinate whatever Jedi came to aid.
So while Soren is delivering this, amidst the slapsticky chaos of the droid and the tugging and everything that's happening here, Tomboy bouncing by.
Yeah, Tomboy's like kind of like floating on the water right now.
Yeah, like just like vibing.
This beautiful beach ball on the ocean.
So Oz has inexplicably, like, I think visually it's fun if like he kind of has that thing where like you don't always see him move and he appears next to you.
Creepy
like
Watson style.
Yeah, like just like the reverse Batman. We don't see Batman leave and we don't see Oz arrive, you know, basically.
Yeah.
And like Oz,
it's just smash cut away, smash cut back, and Oz is there. Like,
yeah. So he is suddenly not just standing right next to Jorah Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Oz has, again, out of his robe or whatever, not a full clue horn because that's like the size of a saxophone. But like, let's call it a clue. Let's call it a clue flute, or like or maybe like even like a Star Wars ocarina type thing, right? And like, he does not say anything. He appeared next to her, and while Soren is finishing up that part of the mission report, he's just started like a.
Elor and Ozan, you're there as well?
Yes, Master.
He is the Jedi Master. How about that?
I apologize for not addressing you, Master Mali. We were cursed because, you see, I did an ancient Zeppo funerary rite, and so then I just now had to play the song of the Wandering Willow to dispel the curse. We are now uncursed. It's a good thing you arrived when you did.
Yes, Master.
By the Force.
We are cursed.
And yes, my dear boy, I am a Jedi Master. I remember Master Mali when she was just a Padawan learner.
And you kind of hear someone in the background of Jorah Molly's transmission being like, Master, surely that's not an actual Jedi. And she says, Padawan Silas, please.
Okay, all right. So that's for the readers. That tells me where we are.
Yeah. Well, Jorah Molly being alive is also an indication.
That tells you, but then like Rana Khan was the other, you know, that whole thing. I'm like keeping track of like how close are we to.
We're pre-hyperspace disaster for viewers.
Yeah. So
whatever that may be, I don't know.
Yes. Master Mali, lightsaber wound, Narvixus, the beach, and then all of these fine young people are coming together. The makings of a great adventuring party. When Jedi Knights get together, how the stars shine. The wind is practically singing, wondering what we'll do next, wondering what we'll see next. However, you've all skipped over the obvious conclusion. I believe they were trying to assassinate the fancy young man. This is, after all, his beach. They landed here. They placed body here, knowing he will come here. He is very rich. He is also a force sensitive. My dear boy, they wanted you dead. However, you are alive, and that is a blessing. That is my conclusion, and I'm standing by.
That does make sense to me. Most things on this planet are about me.
Its camera inching up at the end of it was so funny. The camera is an actor.
Once again, everything being surrounded by me. Go ahead.
I don't necessarily believe that, but
I'm inclined to think that
the planet is named after me, darling.
Funny, the planet was named well before you came into existence.
I believe the Jedi distress beacon being the bait is indicative of Jedi being the targets.
Yes,
and I am a Jedi.
Young lad is a Jedi.
1-to-1.
Manner of speaking.
Truly.
Yes.
Are any of us truly, or do we wake up every day aspiring to be one?
Forgive me for intruding
Master,
again.
please.
There's a lot going on, but Master Ozin, why are you there?
Oh,
He met me in, I suppose, the spaceport.
that is correct. We met in the spaceport. We met on the beach. We met on the beach. We met when you were a child. And now we're all here. But I feel like your question is probably more specific. You mean, why am I actually here on this world? And for that, we need to go back a little.
Truly, we don't.
Gather round. Gather round.
I don't, Master. Do we have time for this?
I don't think we have a choice.
I fear you may be correct.
Stories need
Could I
context.
hand him the device? I will keep searching.
Please.
Yes. We all
Thank
need
you.
a proactive member of the team.
Thank
so-
you, Master.
In my travels around the galaxy, a few people have kept in touch with me over the years. Not many, not as many as I maybe would have liked, but Aurelio was one of them. Didn't talk often. You know, saw a couple scrapes along the way, some rabble-rousing perhaps, a lot of good reading, shared a couple glasses of that Savarine brandy. But recently, he sent me a transmission, which I would have thought he would have also sent the council, but it was to meet him. Now, there was this giant spider, and I'm not going to get into it, but there was a vibe that I had before I left here that somebody was going to get hurt. So outside of the circle of Jedi, I'm telling people that the Force is guiding me. You know, all that stuff that we have to say. Now, that is true.
That should be true, Oz.
Well, it is true, but you know how the council is. I mean, you being on it and all. Sometimes things can be a little bit too narrow, and it's best sometimes to keep some people out of the thrust of whatever is coming for us and some people in. Thankfully, all of us here on the beach and my big ball-shaped friend floating out there, we are all definitely people that are in the need to know for whatever is coming, because it's not good. I don't know if you noticed the lightsaber wound mentioned in the conversation, but you should put the council on high alert. I think that Sith Lords tried to assassinate this man and his cat.
Elor and Ozin, the Sith have been gone for generations. There's no indication that one could have returned and put a body on a beach connected to a motion sensor with explosives.
Soren giggles to himself that he is now no longer the most recent person to kind of have a paranoid crash out to the Jedi Council.
Can I have an out of game? I have an out of game question for Jared and Michael.
Yeah.
The fact that Soren Zaith is kind of lone gunmenning the Nile investigation right now, is that something that can come out this early?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That matter?
Yeah.
Would it be okay if Oz sussed it out already in Crazy Wizard means? Like, is it okay if I
If Soren or if Jared's okay with it,
That's
I
okay
don't
with
mind
you,
at all.
Jared.
I trust you. You know, you were my favorite scene partner.
You can follow the vibe. Okay.
All right, so you're saying that Soren is realizing I'm no longer the craziest person there. Okay, back into the scene. So, yes, Master Mali, they've been gone for generations, but in fairness, I've been gone for a generation, and I came back. Now, there is that theory. I still think that Mr. Narvix's life is in danger, but there is, however, one thing that everybody has skipped over so far amidst these introductions, and I am not talking about the feline-related racial microaggression that took place earlier. Yes,
so
I
many
noticed
actually.
it. Yes, I noticed all of them.
I bet.
I believe that was a macro aggression, sir.
I don't know what that means.
That's funny.
That's really good.
That's really funny. There is something that nobody has spoken up about yet, and that is not everybody here is only on one mission or answering one call. Someone here is already hunting something, and I know who it is. But if that person would like to speak up, now is the time.
I was sent here.
The Duchess comes by, like holding a little mouse in her mouth.
Besides her.
Master Mali, I do not think that the Dark Lords of the Sith have made a return, but I do not think it is unreasonable to suspect some amount of Nihil activity in this attack.
Nihil.
Nile.
So the Nile wield lightsabers now, Soren.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a group of marauding pirates were angry that the Jedi were sticking their nose in their territory and as some type of defilement took their weapon and killed them with it.
You see, it's interesting, though, because the Jedi have no active investigation into the Nile, as we've told you.
Master Mali, if I may, I think you should listen to the young man. You see, the second I saw you, Soren Zaith, I knew that you were on the path toward uncovering an evil. And I, too, have been keeping track of Nile activity, not in an investigative capacity, but just in terms of I keep track of everyone. You see, that's been part of my disagreements
I have to let
with
my
the
dog
council in
out.
the past. I try to keep sort of the ethos of the galaxy internalized. I learned about different cultures and groups, and the Nile have, while not yet exploded into a massive threat, they have been of concern to me. I read reports, I listen to things, and Soren Zaith carries the fear of a victim in his heart, in his eye. You met someone recently, somebody that rattled you. You smell like you've seen something that put anxiousness in your core. Please, young knight, speak up.
The Nile are getting more aggressive, Master Mali. There's no two ways about it. They're getting more aggressive. They're getting angrier. They're getting more violent. I'm hearing things about them using uncharted hyperlanes in near gravity wells to attack freighters. The danger is ramping up in the Outer Rim. People aren't safe. And I'm not saying for a fact it was the Nile that killed Master. What was the Jedi's name that's dead?
Aurelio Augast.
I am not saying necessarily that it is in fact the Nile that killed Master Augast. I am just saying they are the most active, most violent criminal syndicate active right now, and it is worth consideration.
Soren, you have discussed this with the council, and while I agree with some of your points, the council's decision was that we cannot go waging a war through the Outer Rim in this time of peace and expansion. It will only fuel the Nile's cause to have the Jedi charting a warpath through the Outer Rim territories.
What about being proactive says war, Master Mali? With all due respect, I'm not asking for war. I'm asking to take a threat seriously. If the Nile were making these types of attacks in the mid-rim or the core, we would be all over them. There would be more long beams than we can count all over Naboo if they were laying siege there. But because it's in the Outer Rim, while we're trying to build Starlight Beacon, it's going unannounced. It's going uncared for. I'm not asking for war. I'm asking for some amount of foresight and some amount of guidance. This is a threat that can't go unmitigated. And now we have a dead Jedi that could very well be linked to these people. There are people showing up all around this part of the Outer Rim, all over this sector, terrified by Nihil attacks. This isn't me seeking out a war. The war is coming to us.
Knight Zaith, mind yourself. I do not disagree with many of your points. However, the council has made its decision, and as a Jedi Knight, it is your responsibility to honor it. It is absolutely a concern worth monitoring, but we cannot go beyond the means of the Republic. We are here to help people. And yes, I think you going out there and keeping tabs on things is good. We need to keep eyes on things. However, at this time, there is nothing connecting the Nihil threat and this specific murder. It would appear to me that someone intended for Jedi to die here. Perhaps this is someone looking to up their resume as a mercenary or something, racking up a few Jedi bodies. I would like an outside opinion on this, someone who knows a lot about Jedi killers. Go to the planet Kobo and speak with the Jedi Knight Dagan Gera.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
He
recently
was talking to you. This is Miraj's color power, by the way, before he starts yelling at me.
He recently took down a Jedi killer who had defeated a number of us. And for Soren and Miraja, you both immediately know the name Dagan Gera. Like, this is a well-known Jedi Knight who recently took down a Gendai Jedi killer. Like, this is he's a fucking badass. Like,
yeah.
Everyone was like really impressed by Dagan. Yeah. Go try to get an audience with
this fucking guy energy.
Yeah.
Trying to get an audience with Dagan is like cost an arm and a leg. Am I right?
I don't understand that reference.
He's the bad guy from Jedi Survivor who only has one arm.
Right.
I remember him now.
So we are in the timeline of before the flashbacks of Survivor. Is where we are. Because the flashbacks of Survivor are during the Nihil crisis. So we are approaching this guy being bad news, but he's not yet.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy right now.
So right now he's still. Well, I could ask this in character, I guess. I don't know. I don't need to ask it out of character because Oz.
But a good question is, does Oz even know about Dagan Gera, or is that something he would have like?
I don't know, Michael. Let's discuss that. What is your read? Because it's hard to judge based on just Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
What is your read on Dagan and Centauri Kree's like research? Like, is that like, are they like known scholars? Like
I think like for those who are like really into the scholarly fields, like they might know that they've been working with Kobo matter and trying to get through the Kobo abyss.
I feel like Oz would at least know that from like hearsay.
Yeah, but you would probably know more of the scientific stuff. Like you would be like, "Oh, Dagan Gera, he's a scholar." You wouldn't know that he like took down a Jedi killer, you know?
Yeah. So I think like Oz's response would probably be like, "Dagan Gera, the young man trying to make it through the Kobo abyss."
The very same. In fact, as far as I've heard, he's recently actually done it.
No, good, but unheard of. Are you sure?
Quite certain. But like I said, go to Kobo, speak with him. I believe he has that Jedi killer as some sort of indentured servant. I'm a little hazy on the details, but perhaps he can provide you with more information about would-be Jedi killers or offer some insight into the motivation of whoever perpetrated this crime.
Well, Mr. Malley, Master Malley, rather, you didn't address my role in this. I mean, not to be
Yes,
disrespectful
Master.
to our young compatriots here, but they have to do what you say. I don't. So do you?
This is correct. The council does not have authority over you due to your status as a Wayseeker. So I must ask you, where does the Force guide you, Elorin Ozen?
Troubling times indeed.
Ozen, if I may say, I feel the Force brought us together immediately.
It did bring us all together.
Not you. Again.
Perhaps that is actually true of this young one, as she kind of points to Dashin.
Oh.
Perhaps the Force has some purpose for him as well.
Yes. Thank you, Master.
Do you? Okay. Yes.
I see here. I see here the makings of an alliance, the makings of a team. But first, I have to consult with my partner, Chomboy. At this point, he's finally like different.
Yeah, he's like kind of
mostly like
yeah, he's mostly he's still a little rotund, so he's kind of wobbling over to you.
Oz gets down, like puts his like this, like right up to the pig snout.
And as you do that, he just kind of headbutts your head.
My goodness. Yes. No, I agree about that one. Yes. No, they've a lot of work to do. Yes. No, a great destiny. I gathered that as well. Yes. Lots of mommy and daddy issues. I'm not quite sure. And no, I agree. Yes. Good. Tell the Jedi Council that Jedi Master Elorin Ozen will be leading this company. I will take the young ones to Dagon Gera.
I will let them know that you are joining our mission.
And we will take my ship.
And we will not. It is in pieces.
It is. This is not my ship. Again, this is the cat ship. We will take my ship.
Jam it.
Oh, damn it.
And Jorah Molly says, then I shall leave you to go about your mission. Report back once you have spoken with Dagon. May the Force be with you all.
Thank you, Master.
And you, Master.
And you, Master.
You as well.
And right before the transmission cuts off, you hear that same Padawan voice in the background. Master, was he talking to that puffer pig? And then it cuts out.
Well. It's everybody armed, supplied, spiritually balanced, rested.
I was all of those things before I got here. So.
Third eyes open wide?
Yes.
What?
I only have 2.
So you think.
The Force
I once thought that way as well.
Well, if any of you do want to refresh, my beautiful castle overlooking the sea is quite close. We can supply up, get more weapons, probably something better for you to wear, maybe a shower for the old man. Just a suggestion.
I suppose this actually is a wonderful idea. I am beginning to see his appeal.
Yes. Since we have to get my ship anyway.
Well,
I'm going to meditate the first chance I get.
You are going to meditate in the shower, as we just discussed.
Yes.
I recently did shower in a swamp.
Recently?
How recent?
I feel like you have different definitions, sir.
Time is relative.
To me, it is not. Let's go.
We'll be in a relatively small space together, so I would like you to shower.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
Good lad. Good lad. And you, Soren Zabe.
Yes, Master.
What of you? Coming to refresh?
I'll be there.
I feel like everybody should take a shower. Perhaps everybody.
We were just in an explosion.
And Soren, the butler droid, comes up to you. So, should you like, I could instruct one of the port pilots to move your vector to the spaceport for safekeeping. And should you even be polite about it, I am sure that Dashin will instruct them to discount your docking fee.
That would actually
Discount?
be
You wouldn't even give it to him for free.
I cannot speak to Dashin's actions.
I'm speaking.
I
to
have never
Dashin.
seen Dashin waive a docking fee.
I'm speaking to
Thank you,
Dashin.
number two. Thank you, number two. You speak without consulting me again. We will see what happens. There will be a number three.
You
Yes,
won't do
we will
it.
give you a very healthy, discount. Say
very healthy
5%.
Oh, no. That's not agreeable. I am here on behalf of the Jedi Council again. I feel a 100% discount is
Okay.
customary. Thank
Okay,
you.
7%.
We will not be paying here.
I have
Thank
no
you.
problems with you billing it to the Galactic Republic. What was your designation, droid?
He was not using the correct one.
I'm asking you what your designation is.
My designation is BLR3799999994.
And this is why we call him two. You understand?
You did notice that the number 2 never appeared in any of that, right?
I don't know. I don't do math.
I can tell. Let's all move on.
Thank you, R9s. That's closer.
Sure.
All right, that droid's fun. All right.
Dashin often tells me so when he wants me to leave.
You can leave.
Wonderful.
Good. And he goes back up into the ship.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go back to my place. We get you guys cleaned up, as well as myself. Lots of sand everywhere. Dutchie needs a bath. That takes a couple hours, so we might as well spend the night.
Well, do you have anything that a puffer pig could eat?
I'm sure we can find something. Yes.
Oh, delightful.
I'm just looking
Tomboy?
forward to so much raw meat.
Tomboy has never been in a castle before. This is very exciting.
I expect none of you have. Let's go. Please follow this way.
Wonderful. I actually have, but thank you. Very
Yes,
astute.
it's a kitty castle.
Unfortunately
Scratch
for
your ghost.
Dashin,
Go fuck
Oz
yourself.
follows him now, explaining the intricate details of every castle he's ever been in. Actually, have been
That
in
actually
several
makes
over
me
the
so
years.
much
like-
more happy than being like, go fuck yourself. It's like, no, go for it, Oz.
So as you all board the Duchess's ship and make your way into Dashin's
I feel
mansion,
like my ship is actually the only one still intact. Duchess's ship was torn up.
No, he said it was only like a little.
Yeah,
bit
it just got
cosmetic.
some
yeah, it's a little roughed up, but it's flyable for the short
We're
distance.
not going out of the
and
atmosphere.
fixable.
The castle's right over there. Everything will be fine. It's very comfortable.
Plus, our ships only hold one person, so we'd be kind of fucked.
So as you
Just that one person.
make your way into Dashin's mansion, what is everyone doing?
Immediately snooping.
Yeah. I mean, please make yourself at home. It has a very 1980s Miami core vibe.
Of course.
Yeah. Like teals, pinks, sand colors.
I want there
Very,
to be
very.
space dolphins.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
shooting out. Yeah,
That's
perfect.
exactly the vibe. Mommy and Daddy's old vacation home that I live in now.
It's quite nice.
Yes, it is.
After Soren gets cleaned up, I think he asks Dashin if, since he was being trained privately to become
Yes.
a Jedi Knight,
Yes, it was.
if he has any type of like training area, dojo type thing, because Soren wants to stay limber.
Yes, I would. I have a full gym.
Okay, but do you have like training remotes, training droids?
I do. Yes. I'm
We
actually.
have a handful of training combat droids at your disposal.
Thank you, number two.
That sounds delightful. And Soren goes in there to kind of run some drills and train. And he even offers Dashin if he wants to spar a little bit to see how much Dashin's kept up with the Jedi arts.
I find a room with a fish tank immediately.
I would love
Stereotypes.
to. I would love to do a little dueling with you.
Okay. Oz, what are you doing?
I think Oz
while they're having that discussion of like, oh, you want to spar? You know, they're having their little like their first little dick measuring contest.
Yeah.
I think that it would be funny if Oz like once again disappeared during that conversation, and then it's just like through the echoes of like a castle hallway, you just hear like the like they are there, they're somewhere, but Oz is looking around. He's looking at different like rich people works of art. He's looking at the different. He's. I'm doing cultural analysis. Oz is he's like looking at all the droids. He's every droid he sees, he shakes their hand, walking around, just sort of vibing. And yeah, not taking a shower.
Oh my
sure.
god.
Perfect.
And everybody disapproves.
but I think it would be very on brand and very you know, that balance of does Oz have a plan, you know? Oz, by vibe checking his way through the castle, finds I want to find whatever is Dashin's room, or what I think is Dashin's room.
Okay.
You find a very elaborate bed chamber, nice silken sheets. It's currently being remade by another butler droid.
Number 69.
Lots of
Nice.
It's a little bit messy, but it's been cleaned up a bit. Dashin insists on keeping it a little bit messy, so
Lived in.
I want people to know I'm just like them. Relatable.
Lived in. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
There's also a nude portrait oil painting of me above the fireplace on a fur rug like this.
Oh no, like a bear.
Yeah.
Oz walks by. Good heavens.
Naked Dashin doing like the pose, like on top.
The leg
of
is up. Yeah,
the leg is up, and like it's like a wampa pelt.
Yes, exactly.
Horrifying. I don't know if there's a canon answer to this or not, because one of the things about Oz is that Oz is like we just established, there's foresight, there's visions, there's I'm here, I'm not here, like all that. There is definitely an element of psychometry, and so I think that Oz is gonna start touching everything, just like rubbing his hands on top of the pillows, like rubbing everything, waiting to touch
these surfaces,
waiting to see if anything jumps out. I guess in normal
things will jump out.
In normal game, this would be like me trying to investigate, I guess. But that's what Oz is doing. Oz is like
is there any particular information or vibes that you're looking for?
I'm trying to see if there's because Oz's first theory was that Sith Lords are trying to kill Dashin. Obviously, you know, the most extreme version of what it could be. Trying to get a presence of danger. Is there any reason? Is there something in here that would indicate Dashin's connections to unscrupulous characters? Is there something that Dashin doesn't want to be found in here? Is there something like trying to find any reason why someone would want Dashin Narvixis as a victim? So not that Oz thinks Dashin is the villain, but like, am I gonna find like stolen
gun
jewels? Am I gonna find, you know, blackmail? Am I gonna like something like he's touching objects to see if something strikes him?
Yeah. Go ahead and we'll just have you again assess the situation. I guess that's the only thing we're rolling this session. So go ahead and just roll with creativity and tell me what you get.
Cool.
The dog in.
Right. So I only put the plus on one of the dice then, or on the total.
Yes.
Total. So we're just rolling this. Okay. All right. So the total is 6 + 2 = 8.
Okay. So that is in this game, for again audience context, a 2 through 6 is considered a failure. A 7 through 9 is considered a weak hit. It's kind of a yes, but and then a 10 plus is a yes and, you know, it's a strong hit. So for an 8, what you get a couple impressions from the objects you touch of some unsavory acts that have been done in this room with certain objects in some cases.
Ooh. I was like out loud to like eyes closed, touching things, but like talking out loud is like, I didn't know you could put that there. My goodness.
And most of the impressions you get are very mundane. You get the sense that this dude probably has a lot of petty grudges against him, but probably not going to be the target of an assassination for Sith Lords. Now, it's not impossible. Still, part of you is like, there's a little something to that theory. But
nothing is impossible.
But he's probably just kind of a fool who thinks too highly of himself for how little he's actually done. And you're not getting the sense of a lot of Jedi memorabilia, artifacts, anything like that.
Right.
Unless, Dashin, is there anything in particular that you think you would find in your room?
Nothing he wants to touch.
Cool.
There's nothing in there of any that I think of. I mean, there's a lot of things that I find important, but nothing I think important to him.
Okay.
So then Oz, after determining that, you know, the vibe is mostly normal and solid, Oz hits the classic crisscross applesauce levitation pose and starts floating directly above Dashin's bed and just enters a deep meditative floating trance while you still hear from the hallway outside the of a pig walking by.
Occasionally a droid gets knocked over by the puffer pig.
Correct.
For Soren and Dashin's sparring session, Soren, I want you to roll rely on your skills and training, and Dashin, I want you to roll push your luck.
Okay, that's just 2d6.
Yeah, so it's 2d6. So for Jared, I gotta find my right PDF. So Jared, you're going to be rolling with focus, and Joe, you're going to be rolling with passion.
Okay. I got a 5 and a 6 plus passion. That's a +1, so 12.
Wow. Okay.
You're lucky. 4 1 plus 1, so 6.
Okay.
Trained by one of the preeminent swordsmen of the Jedi Order.
Jared, tell me a little bit about Soren's fighting style.
So Soren's master, who he's not on the best of terms with at the moment, Jalen Varric, is kind of like, he's about to kind of like ascend to that same kind of position that Sin Dralig had during the Clone Wars, where he's kind of like one of the chief people training in like lightsaber combat in the temple, head of temple security, that kind of thing. So like Soren being good with a lightsaber and like understanding the disciplines and principles of it was something that was important during his training. So he has chosen to specialize in Form 5 Gem. So think Anakin and Luke. Peace through superior firepower is kind of the Jedi maxim there. It's based around counter offensives, very like physical strength based parries and counter attacks. That's kind of the vibe. So whenever they're getting ready, Soren.
We're going to be doing that a lot.
I'm the only person who's done it thrice. Doesn't help that I'm going.
It's almost like we spent 3 years doing the last show.
It's almost like I'm so used to the name before draws their lightsaber. As the only person who had to say that. But Soren kind of draws his lightsaber, ignites it, a like rich like purple blade and crossguard come through it, and he kind of falls into the traditional kind of Form 5 opening stance with his like sword kind of like up perpendicular behind his head, going into the attack stance.
Joe, with your roguish, unconventional, often considered dirty fighting style, how do you counteract Soren's Eighth and defeat him in this sparring match?
I think. What was your last move, Soren?
What was that? Oh, I mean, he I was just, like, he kind of went into the stance. I'm assuming he would probably press the attack and come on aggressively, assuming that you're not going to be that well trained in the Jedi arts.
My fighting style's very fluid. I think my training droid was probably a floater. He was buzzing around, and so I think I learned to fight in a very fluid, sort of elegant way, especially being a prince of some wealth and narcissism.
The Prince of
So
Darkness.
I think I would probably just very fluidly step around him like he's not expecting much from me, which I understand that he's probably underestimating me. I step around him, I leave one foot in front of him, I go around, push from the back, and push him down over my foot. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So with a bit of fancy footwork and speed that you were not expecting at all, Soren, you expected all of this to be like decorational, not actually used.
Yeah.
You actually get kind of like tripped up and almost face plant as Dashin is just kind of standing over you.
Most impressive. Like Soren's like frustrated that he lost, but like respects the hustle, you know? He's like, okay, that was like anything was more than I was expecting. Kind of like outmaneuvering him was impressive. Also, what's Dashin's lightsaber situation like?
So I have a rose gold lightsaber with some sort of like aquamarine situation embedded in it. And it is like a teal color, like a weird color that you don't see in Jedis because my kyber crystal is probably synthetic and bought off the black market or something. So it's like a teal.
I'm into teal. I like teal.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Alrighty.
I think as I find a room with a fish tank, dead ass.
You're probably in Dutchie's room.
Yeah, there's a nice aquarium wall that Duchess likes to stare at.
And I think, honestly, me and Duchess kind of look at each other and we're like, I got a girl. Let's not.
Doesn't like look at you, but does at one point kind of headbutt you a little.
Yeah, like we're not looking at each other. We're not like thrilled to be there, but like, you know, it is what it is. We're here now. But I think I'm kind of sitting there and I'm watching the fish and, you know, just mindlessly a little bit. And I keep thinking, if I'm doing this right, because I don't think I am. I think that's my initial gut feeling is that I was sent on this mission and now I'm staring at some aquarium wall. I was sent here for a reason, but is it me who is supposed to be doing this, or is it these people who just were there too?
Yeah.
And I kind of am struggling with the idea of, you know, I was sent here, so I am supposed to be here. And what does that mean? And I'm just kind of sitting there with the cat.
Yeah. As you sit there kind of meditating on that, trying to find your place in all of this, and that, again, you've spent the last month or so kind of questioning everything about your place in these things after everything that happened with your master. And so you're continuing to kind of ponder on that. You thought that maybe getting out of the temple would kind of, you know, push these questions aside, but if anything, it's only reinforcing them more.
Yeah, it's only worse every moment.
On that note, does anyone else have anything they want to do for the night before you all head out in the morning? Any more interactions that want to be had?
I think once we're all together again, we should probably have dinner. After dinner, maybe some drinks, a little music, a little nightcap. Sussing up a situation. I can invite over some friends. I know it's
so does Dashin. So are you like going around and gathering us?
Well, I assume I'll have my droids come and fetch you for dinner.
My eyes are pinpoints.
I'll have the droids come fetch you for dinner. We got some raw meat for the puffer pig. We got some fish for Mira, as I'm calling her, and then whatever you guys want. The kitchen is full. full service.
Soren's down to eat. He's probably not going to drink or try to hang out with any of
I'm
Dashman's
ordering the most
floozies.
expensive fucking sushi I could ever think of.
You absolutely can do that,
we're
yes.
talking
It shall be provided for you. There is an abundance here, as it is the off season.
Oh,
I
it
will
is.
say-
honestly, maybe this is the dopest place to be during the off season.
Dashin
This
had
is the
to
only time I
come.
visited Greece at the same time. It's honestly, actually, you know what? It is dope. This is
And
all
there is
lining
much
up for me.
food, as Dashin does not often invite more than one person at a
Oh,
time.
he doesn't have friends?
Occasionally, too. I would not describe them as friends.
No, what I do with them, we do not do as friends.
Oh, so you have no friends.
And even if they come in friendly,
Wait, what?
they do not leave friendly.
Thank you,
Oz
number
is still
two.
floating, by the way, until somebody actually goes and gets him.
Oh.
This
Well,
man
I'm
will
sure I
not
would
eat
have gotten you
until
by
he
now because you're
fails.
in my bed.
Yeah,
I would've
at one
showered
point, the
you.
You
butler
will have to
droid does
drag
come
him
up
through
to
the
you.
shower. I can smell him from here.
Yeah. What is that stench coming from my bedroom?
Listen, I have a heightened sense of smell. You know, I'm unfortunately a cat, as some of us know.
I believe it is the puffer pig, sir.
They do
Number
bring me
2,
the
there's
back.
a stinky old phallic-shaped man above my bed. Please, he's getting sand everywhere. Bathe him.
It is coarse. It is itchy.
Gets everywhere.
It gets
Sir, do you wish me to bathe him
God
while
damn.
he is floating?
No, because then my bed's
Sure.
gonna get soggy again. Please get him down.
Okay.
Buy him a new
Again?
bed.
Lead him like a balloon into the shower.
I will say
The idea of
Soren had to
him
be
not
fetched
breaking
from the
the
training
trance.
room. Sorry, you go.
I would say the idea of him not breaking the trance and a droid
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
and,
Pulling him.
and he still
Like
floats
a
is very
balloon down the
funny.
hallway. They bathe him. He doesn't even know he was bathed.
Yeah.
On the way to dinner, Oz passes by the training room,
Mhm.
and so you're still in there.
I was gonna say after he kind of gets like sunned by Dashin, I think that Soren needs to get fetched from the training room just because he's
Yeah.
running drills. Because like you know
Oz,
Now he's a
Oz
he's
is
a
nerd.
little
gonna
too
stop
focused
by.
on the Guardian part of Jedi Guardian.
Oz is gonna stop by the training room and watch for a second, and then like kind of like look at him, just like kind of frustrated, and then I don't know if do you notice Oz, Soren?
Should I roll for that?
I'll just ask you, do you know?
I don't know. These are the kind of things I like to leave to chance.
Well, I'm standing in the doorway.
You're standing in the doorway.
I'm freshly bathed. I'm out of my meditation, and I'm just watching.
Well, I definitely can't smell you then. So
Well, you
I
might
would
smell
say-
the freshness, and
I would say I think Soren is so in the zone. I think like since like he did find out there's multiple training droids, I think he has like some coming at him melee, some range, and he's like really trying to like drill because like as much as Soren wishes it weren't the case, he thinks a war is coming. And is kind of obsessed with that. Too much emphasis on the Guardian part of Jedi Guardian.
yeah.
So
Oz,
I don't think he notices Oz.
you see like this really intense, rigorous training process. This is a Jedi, maybe not eager for battle, but one who is definitely readying for it.
Oz takes a step forward, takes another step forward, and then Oz just holds out his hand and stops every single droid. Just like they don't turn off because it's not a technical thing.
Yeah.
But like all the remotes that are buzzing and the droids that are everything, it's just like Kylo stopping the bullet, but he does it to all the training equipment. Just
Yeah, so they're all slightly blurry, vibrating.
Sick.
Soren just kind of like goes, "Oh, so this is the Force," and he turns around, kind of expecting to see Oz at this point. Master
lost a
Oz?
sparring match, did you?
Yeah, Rich Boy's faster on his feet than you'd think.
I wonder if your loss had anything to do with the fact that you wrote him off as just a rich boy when you initiated it.
Underestimating one's opponent and any creature of the Force is not very Jedi-like. You're right.
Underestimating that appointment or overestimating your willingness to fight a different opponent, I wonder.
What do you mean by that, Master?
I mean that you are stuck between being right and being wrong, which is a very difficult position to be in.
I've been there many times. In fact, some might say I live in that exact position. You see, young Soren Zaith, you're right. There is a war coming. The problem is that there's always a war coming. The problem is that everything falls and everything ends, and there will always be battles. It's more so a matter of who fights and when and how and who allows it. And, do people read El Oren Ozzen's reports? That last part might just be personal to me. But I think that you are right to worry about the Nile. But I wonder if you have the wrong perception of your role in it. These are the questions. Is
it not the Jedi duty to protect those who cannot protect themselves in a coming battle?
Oh, I am entirely on your side. I just wonder if you are in the right headspace to run off into this battle.
Alden, I want you to, at this point, given this conversation, I think this is a good time to have you roll one of the basic moves. Let's go ahead and have you try and guide and comfort.
Ooh, it's a move.
Right.
So you will roll with harmony, which I believe
Roll
you
with
were
harmony.
quite good at.
Roll with harmony. Let's see here. Yep, yeah, my harmony is my +2. Cool. I actually think I did mess up the last roll. I gave the +2 to the creativity instead of the harmony by accident. It wouldn't have affected the range of the success.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But yeah, harmony +2. All right, let's roll that. Okay. All right. We got a 6, we got a 4, total of 12.
Okay. So Jared, at this point, you get to choose one of the following. You can embrace his guidance and comfort. You may clear a condition or 2 fatigue. And Alden can ask you one question that you must answer honestly, or you can shut him down and you can inflict a condition on Oz. You can also shift your balance if you embrace his guidance and comfort. If you want to have the scene play out a little bit and then decide how you fall on it, we can resolve it then.
I do want to hear what Oz has to say, and I do want to answer the question honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll consider this embracing your guidance and comfort. So.
Yeah.
Proceed with the scene, and then
so I think
question.
Last thing I think I said was I think you're right that a war's coming. I think you're wrong about your role in it. Wrong about your role in it, and it makes me wonder, what is your relationship like with not the Jedi Order overall, but your master?
Oh, Jalen Vorik mean anything to you?
I've heard the name. It does not sound like somebody that I would want to meditate with.
Master Vorik, he trained me well. He made you know what a relationship between a master and the Padawan is like. I don't have to tell that to you, but we were on an assignment in the Outer Rim. We were hearing rumblings of just absolutely vicious, violent attacks happening on freighters, on outposts, just raiders slaughtering people. I don't think I'll ever see anything more horrific than what I found at some of those outposts. And we did nothing. We did nothing. We were afraid of exceeding our mandate. And I was on the cusp of knighthood. I told Master Vorik that we need to bring it up to the council. And when I went before the council to be recommended for the trials, he didn't, and I did. And I was very forceful about the fact that we need to be doing something about this. And I'm sure Jalen wouldn't say it was because he was about to receive a appointment to be the head of temple security and play a prominent role in training upcoming younglings in the Jedi arts, but he did also never show up for my trials or my knighting after my outburst. So the relationship isn't good. I haven't spoken to him in 6 months.
I see. Well, if I may be frank with you, my lad, it shows. It shows not in the fact that you wanted to duel Dacian Narvixus, but in the fact that you are projecting your desire to prove yourself onto Dacian, who has a whole set of issues of his own. You are confusing being a Jedi Knight with being a hero. And to your credit, though, the Jedi Knights have long confused being a hero with being a Jedi. That made sense up here. I'm not quite sure if it made sense in there, but it will. You and I are not so different. I've had my colorful disagreements with a few of them over the years, going back to before you were born. It doesn't get easier, but it does get more interesting, and you learn a lot.
Thank you.
Okay. Jared, I want you to shift your balance toward restraint. Oz, I want you to shift your balance toward experience. And you can, if you want, use your playbook ability, Wisdom of the Ages, and you can mark Soren Zaith as a protege.
Yes, I will. I am going to mark him as a protege.
Okay. You also
Can
get
I
to
ask a question about my thing after you're done?
Of course.
Let
Let me just finish this. No, you're fine. It's a new system. We're all learning it. So when you mark down Soren as your protege, you're also going to mark down one of his principles, either restraint or results. Given the context of the conversation, I'm going to assume restraint. Whenever he shifts his balance toward that principle, you get to clear that name and take advancement because you don't earn growth. You don't level up in a traditional way because of your elder stuff. So more or less,
marked him as a protege, chose restraint.
So if he on his own, independently from you, shifts toward restraint, then you clear his name as a protege and you'll get a growth point.
But this shift toward restraint doesn't count toward that.
Correct. It has to be independent of you.
So the next time he does it.
Yes.
Got it. Cool.
Jared, what was your question?
Would I be able to name Eloren Ozin as my lodestar?
Fuck yes. Absolutely. I forgot your playbook has that as well. Add Eloren Ozin as your lodestar.
So for those of you at home, there's only one person you often let past your emotional walls. Name your lodestar. You can shift your lodestar to someone new when they guide and comfort you and you open up to them, or when you guide and comfort them and they open up to you, if you choose to choose your lodestar, clear a condition. So, and a bunch of other stuff. So
cool. Is there anything else for the evening, or any further scenes we want to role play before we close this out?
I would say I think Soren and Oz just go to eat now.
Hell
I think
yeah.
Soren worked up an appetite.
We're all eating now. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to dinner, babes.
Yeah. Everyone's eating at this table, lavish meals that are
My little chopsticks. Come on.
mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
The butler droid serving everyone what they requested, pretty much to a T.
Yes,
Even
exactly.
whatever weird shit Eloren Ozin wants to eat is available.
It's
Whatever weird shit.
Just exotic seafood. Like it's like the scene in Old Boy where he's eating an octopus. That's all
yeah.
Eloren Ozin right now.
It's for sure weird.
Meanwhile, I have like space chicken and some sushi, tuna. You know.
Oz is like putting his own little shit, his own spices, his own stuff in his drinks and everything.
I have one of those hot stones where I can cook my meat on, just
Yes.
like, you know.
Oz is
Soren's
also
having
a smoker.
space burger.
As he's alluded to, he smokes. So it's like he has sort of like on the back of his belt, like one of his many belt attachments and stuff, is like a spherical, like portable version of like a Jabba hookah. How Jabba has that big
Yeah.
ball one, and so he like it extends out
Mirage
the wire
is
and everything.
fascinated by Orzen. She is like, this guy is
As you're smoking it,
totally different.
the butler droid comes up to you and he says, I am required by Novixus family protocol to inform you that that is a fire hazard. I will not stop it as I have no capacity to do so. And in fact, I'd never stop Dashin when he does it as well. However, I am merely required to inform you it is a fire hazard for family protocol. Thank
I
you for your
appreciate your
attention to
concern,
this matter.
droid. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
I have no choice. It is part of my programming.
Well, we're not going to solve droid rights here tonight, but trust me, we are thinking about it.
I'm not. And he walks off.
In the next 250 years, another group of adventurers will set back droid rights by a couple centuries.
It's just a loop, man. It's just a loop.
A droid may or may not get crucified with 3 lightsabers in about 250 years.
Alrighty. Is there anything else for the evening?
I don't think so.
Alrighty. So as you all drift off to sleep in your rooms, preparing to head to Kobo.
Is
and
Duchess
encounter-
actually sleeping with me?
No, we have enough rooms for everyone.
No.
Duchess has her own wing. Are you joking?
But
I think Duchess like starts off in your room for a few minutes and then goes back to Dashin very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, her
we
wings
may,
attached
we
to my-
you know,
She does
we're
biscuits,
making
man.
biscuits together.
So as
I'm like,
you all,
wow, this is actually so nice, girl. And she's like, meow.
as you all prepare to undertake your mission to Kobo to speak with Dagon Gera to
God.
ascertain the potential motivations of this Jedi killer. That's where we're going to end the first episode of Luminous Odyssey. But if you're subscribed to the Patreon, you can check out this next bit where we level up.